Hey, what's going on, guys? So I recently just passed my first year of ownership of these Woodcraft stands, with the exception of the front fork stand there. And I thought I'd give you a quick review and my thoughts on each stand, and then do a little stress test at the end.
So starting out with the stand that I've owned the longest, which would be the Woodcraft rear spool stand here, I have actually no complaints about this stand at all. It has been a very good stand. It props your wheel just up high enough so you can get tire warmers and get a really easy tire change on and off the bike. You don't have to use a piece of wood or anything to prop under the wheel to get everything to line up properly. It's also got these awesome pegs on the side that can hold your wheel nuts and then the washer and your axle so you don't get that all dirty. Dang it! Next we have the Woodcraft head lift stand. It specifically has a BMW pin, and these pins are interchangeable. They have an O-ring that you're supposed to lube. Oh my god, this thing has been freaking abused. But you can get pins for any make or model for the most part. And it features caliper hangers, so you can actually hang your caliper off on either side when you have your wheel off, which is a fantastic feature, as well as axle nut holders and axle holders on either side. I do love this stand. I do have one thing I would love to see about this stand though. This is also an adjustable stand. You just untwist these Allens here, and you move this hoop up or down, and you can get a wide range of bikes up in the air with this thing. However, I would love to see in the future maybe if they could come up with some kind of laser etching to have some kind of number system on each side, because it's a little tricky getting them dead even. However, it kind of evens itself out because it is a hoop. But other than that, no complaints with this stand either. And we'll move on to the next one. And moving on to my most recent purchase, which is this front fork stand. I originally picked up this stand because I had a lot of customer bikes coming in that I did not have the front head lift stand pins for. So instead of buying an array of pins, I just decided to pick up a traditional forklift. Now, I do like the forklift over the head lift stand on some of these newer bikes that have a lot of plastic and fairings up near the triple tree, where it would be hard to get a pin in, or you'd have to take fairings off to get to the place where the pin goes on the triple tree clamp. So I decided to pick up a front fork stand. They're just convenient and take 2 seconds to put a bike up in the air versus the head lift stand. What's up, guys? So full transparency, we actually did have an issue with the Woodcraft front fork lift stand, and it's simply because they sent me 2 of the left holder. Not a huge deal at all, but I'd just like to show you how long it takes to correct this issue. So here we go. We're going to speed run it. And now she's good to roll. Now, I've only had this stand for about 2 months, and I've only had 3 or 4 bikes on it, but I love this stand also. However, if you do have a BMW S1000, you are probably better off with the head lift stand, because the front forks of the BMW are really gnarly, man. They're kind of weird. Look at this. And I'll show you just in a second. I actually got it on video. But it liked to slip off this stand because of those forks. However, there is a different placement, different position for these holders that you can use, and it'll prevent it from sliding off. And it's actually really rock solid. But you really can't beat the stability of a head lift stand. They're just insane. But overall, I'm very satisfied with all the Woodcraft products I've purchased so far. I've got these 3 stands and then 1 in the back, as well as the engine covers. I've never really been let down by Woodcraft. Had a couple hiccups, but their customer support was amazing and resolved that very quickly. I actually just had to call them. They didn't question me, didn't ask for a receipt, nothing like that. They sent the part and it was here in 2 days. So I couldn't complain too much there. The only real competition Woodcraft has at all is the Pitbull stands. They are also top-notch quality. Between the two, I would still go Woodcraft just because I really love that adjustability of the rear stand in particular. I can take the the wheel and tire off my BMW and not have to lift it at all, and it just slides right into place as far as the axle and the swing arm. But I looked at these stands like they were investments because I got tired of the two-piece eBay specials. I'm not going to mention any names, but we did have a catastrophic failure from a two-piece rear spool stand. It just, the lifters bent inwards and it dropped my bike. So I got out of the whole eBay lifter special game and decided to spend a little bit more money for something a little bit more premium. Also, a big deciding factor, as well as Pitbull, is that they're both made in the USA, which is a big deal to me. So when you're buying a Woodcraft stand or Pitbull stand, you're buying something made in the US and you're supporting the good old US of A. But that's it as far as the review goes. I will go ahead and show you these stands in action if you'd like to see that, as well as the slight issue I had with the BMW S1000 in specific.
Kudasai.
And real quick, this is the position I was talking about specifically for the BMW S1000RR. If you put the lifters in this orientation here, it is rock solid, not going anywhere. Versus the traditional where you put one spool right here and the other behind it on traditional forks. This is rock solid. And just for fun, I really don't care because I trust these stands. I thought I'd hop on and give it a stress test. I don't have the rear set where I'd be jumping on the rear set, but guys, these stands ain't moving. These are some quality stands. I love them, had some minor inconveniences, but other than that, I think they're a great product. If you have any questions about them, just holler at me and I'll try to answer in the comments below. But that's it. Hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.